Mick Neville Park. Referee Mike Mead talked to both captains about what he expects from them from this evening's game. John, we saw a couple of weeks ago in Bruff with the junior final and the senior final. They were very tight games. You're expecting something similar tonight?
Yeah, look, it's I would say that was the senior final was an excellent game. I would say that the game flowed, and it went really down to the wire. It was nip and tuck right through to the final whistle, and I think it was nearly 10 minutes of injury time in the second half. So both management teams were really on their nerves. But look, it was a great game, and hopefully we can have the same tonight.
Minute silence now here in Mick Neville Park for Mungret manager John O'Malley, who passed away only a couple of weeks ago. Minute silence there for Mungret manager John O'Malley. And John, just on that sombre note, man you knew well.
Yeah, man, he was involved with Mungret. It's a sad situation. Jenny was on the panel with us with Limerick there. I didn't realise at the time that he was that ill. But look, it's I must say that the Limerick panel went to the game or went to the funeral in their gear, and the game was cancelled originally. But look, our deepest sympathies to the O'Malley family, and a great man, a great club man for Mungret, and it's a sad situation. But it's all back to business tonight. They have to come out here, and Jenny and her sister, they have to come out here and play this game, and that's part of it.
We're just about to get underway here in Mick Neville Park, Rathkeil, for this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Championship Final. It's Old Mill will be playing from left to right in the blue, and Mungret St. Paul's in their traditional red and white. Referee Mike Mead now is checking his watches before he gets us underway here. One final check from the referee. So the linesman making sure there's a ball inside in the Mungret goal line. It's Mungret that have it straight away here, and it's Anya Ryan in possession. Plays the ball back to Yvette Moynihan. In turn, hand passes off to Mairead Clancy. Mairead under pressure straight away from Iris Kennelly, of course a member of that Limerick senior football panel this year. And it's Mungret on the attack early on here, and it's Claire O'Mara. Claire O'Mara well marshalled, but has been fouled by Aoife Morrissey. Referee playing advantage as a crew though. And Old Mill come away with possession early on here, and they'll look to build their very first attack here. And it's Alva Quaid in possession. Got a couple of options, and Quaid goes through the middle. And ball from Roisin Ambrose played off to Cathy Ambrose, and Ambrose plays it back inside. Still Cathy Ambrose in possession. Ball played to Jerry Mayo Kelly and to Roisin Ambrose. Ambrose now off to her midfield partner, and that's Kathleen Buckley. Foul on Kathleen Buckley, and it was going to be the first free of the game to Old Mill. But John, both sides having a run at it early on.
Yeah, you could imagine there the Yvette Manahan and the centre back Alva Quaid, both of them, on the ball straight away. They like to hold the possession and try and walk the ball up the field. But both, you can see it here. From Old Mill. They're trying to keep the ball as wide as possible.
So Iris Kennelly now, she's a danger player on this Old Mill team. Kennelly shot brilliantly, blocked down. It was a great block down that occasion by Megan O'Malley, but it's still Old Mill in possession. Good work again by the Mungret cornerback Niamh Foley, but it's going to be a free in according to referee Mike Mead. And we mentioned her before, fourth throw in here, John, that Iris Kennelly is a danger player for this Old Mill side. Yeah,
she's able to carry when she runs at the defence. They need to marshal her straight away, because once she gets the ball and gets a run, she's very hard to stop. And you could see it there, the Mungret, the players got around her straight away, and now there's a free in for Old Mill.
It's Trent, the Old Mill captain, that's going to take this one. It's a good right-footed shot from Trent, but it's trailed to the right, I should say, and wide. And a chance, John Ryan, that
Yeah.
there'll be a bit annoyed at missing.
Yeah, I think that could have been the score. It was right within the scoring range, but it's Mungret who win it back, and they're trying to work it out as quickly as possible and get a head of steam. They seem to have opened up. I see they're trying to walk the ball in as quickly as possible into that full forward line, and when they get in there, they can look dangerous.
Indeed they can. It's a chance here for Norma O'Sullivan to win possession. O'Sullivan has it into her centre forward, and that's Aoife Marcy. Marcy with a shooting chance. It's a good shot from Aoife Marcy, and that's the first score of this intermediate football final, John. That's a well taken score.
Yeah, difficult shot, and she had a lot to do when she got it and walked it in quite well and got the ball over the bar. First score for Mungret, and they'll be delighted with the start. But I definitely think Old Mill definitely had a scoring chance down here from that free.
Kick out from Sophie Hennessy goes long. It's Roisin Ambrose that eventually wins it after good work from O'Kelly. Jeremy O'Kelly, long ball in. Mungret have an extra player back there at the moment. It's easily mopped up in that Mungret defence, and away they come again with it. Possession now with Cleona Nikellick. Cleona, plenty of options inside, and it's Yvette Moynihan who takes it on, passes the ball to Fiona Brown. Brown now turning, looking, over carry the card to Mike Mead. Excellent work from Roisin Ambrose, and John, just another example of what Roisin brings.
The one thing about Roisin, she put the pressure on, she worked hard, she made her foul the ball, and now it's a free, and that's what Roisin does. Her work rate is absolutely top class, and she got that turnover there. Now the Old Mill are back on the attack again.
And in the attack, it's Roisin man. Roisin plays it off. 3.5 minutes gone here in Raquel. Chance maybe again for Old Mill, maybe a bit far. The ball is played in by Trent. It's a good ball in. Danger here maybe. It's a shot. It's gone for a goal. It's a good save. A good save by the Mungret keeper, Carol Bateman there. But another chance, John, of a point.
Yeah, dangerous ball, and that ball could have went anywhere because it was a ball that was dipping as it was coming in, and she just got across to it and got a hand to it. But definitely a good save, but that ball could have went anywhere.
Emma O'Donovan's shot there, well put behind by Carol Bateman. An early test for the Mungret St. Paul's keeper results in a 45 for Old Mill. And maybe another scoring chance, depending on how good a purchase that Mike Kennelly takes. Looks like she's going to go short with this. That's exactly what she does. Looking for a captain Trent. Mungret defenders there in front, pushing the back, and that's going to be a free out for Mungret St. Paul's. It's going to be Megan O'Malley to take. Well back in her defence is Megan O'Malley. Looks to be the extra player in that Mungret St. Paul's defence at the moment. It's O'Malley in possession again. Assessing her options, she's got options in Niamh Foley here on this left hand side, this near side. Low ball by Niamh Foley, and it's a chance now for Cleona Nikellick in possession inside to Mairead Clancy. And it's Niamh Foley now as Mungret work the ball through the lines, and it's Aoife Marcy, the only scorer in this game so far, with Mungret leading 1 point to no score at this moment. Anya Ryan now, another shooting chance maybe here. It's a shot by Aoife Marcy once more, but that's gone to the right and wide, John. But Mungret so far have settled the fastest.
Yeah, and I think when they build from the back. They've defended well as a group, and as you said, they're getting players back quickly to defend, and then they're breaking at pace, and they're causing problems. Definitely on for Old Mill, especially in the half back line.
Kick out now, and it's a high one from Sophie Hennessy. It's Mungret that come up with possession initially, and it's going to be Mairead Clancy who has it, and it's going to be a free to Mungret. Clancy now in possession. In fact, Mike Mead has decided that the free has gone the other way for Old Mill, and it's Roisin Ambrose to take. Looks at her options as Ambrose. She's got a runner here in Emma Donovan. Donovan now looks to play this into her full forward, and it's Mike Kennelly who looks to keep this in play. She does well to do so. Stops the ball from going out over the end line. It's still Kennelly in possession now for Old Mill. Poor touchdown. It's going to be a free out. And Mungret take this quickly through Mairead Clancy. And Cleona Nikellick now hand passes this one off. In fact, it's Mairead Clancy in possession now. Clancy doing well down that side under pressure from Iris Kennelly. Good ball inside to the full forward line. And it's Aoife Marcy now in space. And Marcy's already shown her scoring prowess in the opening stages there. A chance here maybe for Aoife Marcy. Plays the ball off. It's Laura Hanlon with a shooting chance. That shot is going to the right and wide, but referee Mike Mead was playing an advantage. And there's going to be a free for Mungret St. Paul's in a scoring opportunity, John.
Yeah, Nikelly got back there, won that ball, walked it out through the hands, and when they do that, and when they start running at Old Mill, that causes them major problems, and Old Mill are giving away frees, and that one right in front of goal. This is a scoring chance here now for Mungret.
Yeah, it's Norma O'Sullivan who's going to take this one for Mungret St. Paul's. Already leading 1 point to no score After just coming up to 7 minutes, it's a good kick from Laura Hanlon, rattles off the right hand post and over the bar, and that's Mungret into a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Mungret into 2-point lead with the help of the upright there, but in fairness to Mungret, their work rate is very, very good, and especially when they break out of defence they're looking for players, and I can see Ollie Giltinan down here underneath us was part of the Limerick panel for a number of years and issuing instructions there and giving out some water as well, but it's Mungret who are back in the attack again.
Yeah, it's Norma Sullivan now in possession for Mungret, maybe trying to fashion a shooting pass, gives a low hand pass and it's into Anya Ryan, wearing number 17 but starting. It's a good challenge by the Old Mill full back, and that's Erin Hennessy with the challenge. The ball trickles out over the end line for a wide, and another kick out for Old Mill.
Very good defence by Old Mill there. They were patient, they just watched the player coming in with the ball and basically stood her up and got the ball away. So well done by Old Mill, they worked that very, very well.
It's going to be Mungret in possession again from the kick out, and they're just starting to dominate this game a bit now. And in possession was Claire O'Mara, plays a low one down that far side, and it's Laura Hanlon in possession now for Mungret St. Paul's. The hand pass comes in, doesn't go to hand, and it's well mopped up by Roisin Mann on the Old Mill side, and Old Mill now will be looking to get this one out as quickly as possible. There's good pressure from the Mungret forwards, it has to be said, and the ball is in Claire O'Mara's possession once more. O'Mara beats a couple of Old Mill defenders, takes it on, hand passes the ball away, and it's into Fiona Brown. Brown now leaves this one off as well. It's Cleona Nikellick, hand pass by Nikellick, shooting chance maybe here for Mungret once again. That's the third point of the evening for Mungret, and John, another fantastic score that puts them 3 ahead.
Yeah, the work rate of their half hour, Cleona Nikellick, excellent. She's back 1 minute defending, and then she's coming up and popping up for a score. But the patience of the Mungret players when they're in possession is the difference here at the moment between the two teams.
Indeed it is. Mungret now with a fantastic start, just coming up to 9 minutes played, and it's them that lead Old Mill 3 points to no score. And Old Mill now really trying to push this one forward with Alva Quaid, and under pressure now. Mungret trying to get back in numbers. The ball's kicked in by Jerry Mayo Kelly, but Mungret again mopped this one up, and away comes Yvette Moynihan with possession. Over on that far side, she's under pressure from 2 Old Mill defenders, but Moynihan has enough pace to get away and leave a ball down. It's a good ball too, looking for Norma O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan looks favourite to get to this one ahead of the Old Mill players. O'Sullivan has it. She's got Laura Hanlon on her flank, and it's Hanlon now in possession for this Mungret side that are just starting to dominate this game now. Attempted hand pass by Norma O'Sullivan's well blocked down by Old Mill, and Old Mill come away now maybe with a counter, looking for their first score. The ball's played in quickly. It's looking for Hannah McMahon there. It's McMahon in possession for Old Mill. McMahon has players on her left and right. She goes opts to go left to her captain. It's Trant. Trant now well marshalled by Mungret, but it's a foul, says Mike Mead. But that's better from Old Mill, John, getting the ball through their hands.
The one thing about them, they're playing a fast ball coming from midfield into the full forward line, and there's Iris Kennelly getting, and she opens the scoring here. Fantastic score. She walked that ball in. They won it inside, and it seems to be getting their target and the early ball into the full forward line and get their scores. Yeah,
Iris Kennelly popping that one over with great aplomb. Took advantage of the loose ball and popped that over, and that's Old Mill on the board after just over 10 minutes. As Mungret St. Paul's leading Old Mill in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate final here in McNeville Park. 3 points to 1. Away they come again with Kennelly looking for her second score. Fantastic strike by Iris Kennelly, and that's an excellent score.
Yeah, turnover there from the kick out, and they won it. They stopped Mungret coming out with the ball, got it back in, and a fantastic score. And no game on, because both sides now have settled after the shaky start, and they're really going for it.
Yeah, Fiona Brown winning this kick out from a Mungret point of view, and it's Anya Ryan gives the ball back to Fiona Brown. Brown now looking at options in front of her, decides to go run with it in the first place. Has won herself a free on that occasion, maybe a bit lucky to get it, but the foot was down low and make contact with Fiona Brown's hands, and it's going to be Brown herself to take this free from Mungret St. Paul's. It's a low one down, but Roisin Mann is out there in front for Old Mill, and they look to build again here from defence. It's Alva Quaid in possession, under pressure from Aoife Marcy, but it's still Old Mill in possession, trying to get into the Mungret half. It's a good run, but well blocked was Roisin Ambrose by her county colleague Cleona Nikellick. And Ambrose goes with the hand pass to Jerry Mayo Kelly. He's out to that far side again, and they come inside and switch play to Zide Trant on this occasion. Finds her corner back, and that's Maeve Ambrose, one of 3 or 4 Ambrose players or members of the Ambrose family on this Old Mill team, but the ball is blocked there by Aoife Morrissey, and away come Mungret St. Paul's again. They stayed at lead 3-2 here in Mick Neville Park as this ball's played down in front of Laura Hanlon. Hanlon has Cleona Nicalig inside, and Nicalig has already shown what she can do from this kind of area. Nicalig with the hand pass. There's maybe a chance of a goal. The hand pass didn't go to hand though. Excellent defending too, it has to be said, by Ariane Reedy. And Old Mill break away again, and it's their full forward Mike Kennelly in plenty of space out from her full forward position. She's got 30-40 metres of space in front of her, and there's no Mungret player as of yet. Well, until Fiona Brown comes with the hand pass is poor from Kennelly though, it has to be said, and it's well mapped up by this Mungret defence as Yvette Moynihan plays this one low, looking for, I guess, Claire O'Mara over on that far side, but it's Old Mill that come away with it. And the pass comes to Jerry Mayo Kelly. And still Old Mill come away with it. It's Roisin Mann, I should say. Breaking play here as Mike Mead stops play for an injured Mungret player. But John Old Mill have definitely come back into this.
Both sets of backs have really settled down. You know, it's hard to get through. The Old Mill trying to get through Mungret there, and they've got it so far, and passes have gone astray on both sides. And when Mungret came up the field there, Old Mill intercepted. So both sets of backs are really, they're marking tight. They're not giving. There's very little being given away, and both sets of backs are working very, very hard. And scores will be hard to come by. But the one thing you see with Old Mill is when they hit around the 45, they're letting the early ball in, and I'm sure that Mungret will look at that, and they'll probably drop someone back into the pocket there to make sure that the long ball won't be going in straight into the forward. I'm sure they'll be targeting the likes of Iris Kennelly inside. She's a very, very dangerous player.
It's a Mungret player now who's just making her back to her feet. It's Yvette Moynihan, the Mungret St. Paul's captain, who looks to be back to full fitness now, and we have 14 minutes played here.
Yeah, look, Yvette is a great player. She's given great service to the county and great service to Mungret St. Paul's. She's everything goes through her. You can see her commanding her players around her. And this is Cleona Callig again. Back to the Junior O'Malley, walking the ball out the field. The link from Mungret is absolutely excellent.
It's a long ball in now. Tried this time. Chance here breaking for Norma O'Sullivan from Laura Hanlon, but it hasn't gone to hand, and it's mopped up again by Erin Hennessy, having a very solid game at full back for Old Mill in the opening 15 minutes here of this final. And it's Alva Quaid now sprinting away from Norma O'Sullivan, and Quaid still goes, beats another player, Megan O'Malley, and ball hand pass in. It's dropped though by Mike Kennelly and Mungret St. Paul's, who have possession. That's Yvette Moynihan, the aforementioned, that's Fiona Brown winning it. And the ball is played across by Jenny O'Malley, but hasn't gone to a Mungret hand, and Roisin Ambrose has it. This could spell danger for Mungret. Roisin Ambrose on the run. She's beaten two players already, and Ambrose still going, trying to fashion a shooting chance maybe. Has a couple of options for the pass. She goes for the shot, and that's the leveller here. An absolutely outstanding score by Roisin Ambrose.
Fantastic score. She won the ball, walked it well. It was a ball that was intercepted. The ball should have been probably cleared, but fair play to the referee. He left the play go, gave her the advantage, won the ball, went inside. Fantastic score.
It's 3 points all now here after just 15 and a half minutes of this Limerick Ladies Intermediate Football Final here in Mick Neville Park in Rathkeil. Old Mill clawing back. There were 3 points to no score down, clawing back that deficit in fairly quick fashion with 2 Iris Kennelly points and that outstanding individual score from Roisin Ambrose as Mungret struggled to get this one out of their defence. It's Niamh Foley who eventually is fouled, and it's going to be a free taken quickly. As Jenny O'Malley now in possession for Mungret, under pressure from her marker Mike Kennelly, who's fouled her, and we're going to have another free here for Mungret St. Paul's. But John, you just see with that score from Roisin Ambrose, you can't give her any inch, otherwise there's trouble ahead.
Mungret need to get back and defend quickly, because if the ball is won, especially around the midfield, they want to play that in, and you could see the backs parting as she went through, and that was a fantastic score. And Old Mill have really come back into the game. They fought hard and they're working the ball well up the field, and they're causing major problems for the Mungret inside full back line.
And it'll be much their target now for Old Mill as Ambrose has possession again to get that ball into that full forward line, but Mungret have definitely funneled a lot of numbers back in this attack as Cathy Ambrose looks to find a dent in that Mungret defence, gets the hand pass away to Iris Kennelly, and this is always a danger. Kennelly looks to favour her right foot. Kennelly has a shooting chance now, looks to be good from here, and that's Old Mill into the lead for the first time in this game, John. We highlighted the danger of Irish Kennelly before the game, that's their third point.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, some get the ball to the shooter, and that was what they did there. They walked it well. They were patient on the ball, got it into Kennelly, and you know, off a right, absolutely top class.
So Old Mill now leading 4 points to 3 as this kick out taken by Carol Bateman. It's going to fall to a Mungret player, but it's well intercepted by Emma Donovan. But it is going to be a Mungret St. Paul's sideline ball. It's taken quickly into the middle into Anya Ryan. Ball played back now again to Fiona Brown. Fiona Brown plays it back to Anya Ryan. But there's definitely a lot more pressure on this Mungret defence in the last 5 or so minutes by Old Mill. They've really settled into this game and currently lead 4 points to 3.
Yeah, they're holding the ball up there, and you know, in fairness to Old Mill, they're working very, very hard, and they've settled into the game, and they're putting the pressure on the Mungret half back line that's caused them to overturn the ball, and they've won it back again.
Indeed they have, and again it's Roisin Ambrose really having a growing influence in this game as this first half continues. As Ambrose still in possession, she's got options, and it's a good ball in, well controlled by centre forward Hannah McMahon. McMahon leaves the ball off, and it's McMahon in possession, does well to win that back after Jerry May O'Kelly lost it. It's O'Kelly now in possession. It's a good ball in to Mike Kennelly. Mike Kennelly now looking to take on her marker, but it's well defended by Mungret, and it's a foul by Kennelly. And this occasion, John, Mungret defend that very well.
Yeah, but I think Mick Kennelly could have left it off a bit quicker. Got it to the runner was coming off both shoulders. But look, defended very well by Mungret, and they're trying to work this out again. And it's the Old Miller living down here now at the moment in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but Mungret maybe on this occasion now with Fiona Brown in possession, trying to launch another attack. The hand passes inside to Claire O'Mara. O'Mara now doesn't have many options in front of her, only 2 inside in the full forward line, so she opts to carry. Eventually one of them gets free, and that's Norma O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's hand pass doesn't go to a Mungret hand initially, but Laura Hanlon has done very, very well to win that, and it's Mungret still with possession just outside the 21, and Aoife Morrissey has gone through. Aoife Morrissey, chance maybe here. Norma O'Sullivan's shot, and it's gone just to the left and wide. And John, there was a chance of a goal or point maybe in the offing for Mungret there.
Yeah, the one thing about Mungret is if you look down on one stage, there was no Mungret forward inside, and you know they're playing it. They're too far out from goal. There was definitely a chance there. They should have got at least a point out of it.
Yeah, it's Old Mill that still lead here, 4 points to 3. After just 20 minutes gone here, just coming up to 20 minutes gone here in Neville Park, as Mungret tried to launch another attack. It's going to be kept in by Cleona Nikellick. Hand passes off to Mairead Clancy. Clancy now as Irish Kennelly looking to close her down. Kennelly does a good job at this stage, but Clancy comes back out. Didn't lose her patience. Back to Cleona Nikellick, and she's blown up for a throw ball rather than a hand pass. And a Mungret attack that they really need to keep the ball better down here at the moment.
Yeah, look, you know, if you're going to make, this is a county final, if you're going to make mistakes, they're going to be punished. And you know, when they get possession, they need to walk it out quickly, Mungret, and get it out. But you know, it's Old Mill now that are really taking the game and beginning to grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
And it's Ambrose and Kennelly that have been key to that Old Mill dominance in the last few minutes. It's Kennelly with a shot that's dropping short. Chance of a goal. It's dropped by Cara Bateman. Shooting chance for Emma Donovan, and it just goes wide. But Carol Bateman got a hand to it, obviously, and was going to have a 45, but nearly a disaster for Mungret St. Paul's.
A ball, you know, over the top, and it just bounced inside. That ball could be inside in the back of the net. You could see it be hitting the side netting, and but definitely a chance of an open goal there. And I think that the Mungret backline were caught outside when the ball, you know, over the top. They just got caught, and you know they need to tie that down with 20 minutes gone.
Indeed they do. It's going to be a 45 that Roisin Ambrose is going to take. It's Old Mill leading 4 points to 3 at the moment. Of course, our coverage on Sporting Limerick, this ladies Gaelic football intermediate county final, brought to you by Horgan's Lift and Escalator Consultants. It's taken quickly by Roisin Ambrose, gone in low, should be defended by the Mungret defence, and is. 21 minutes played here. Still Old Mill leading by a point here as Mungret tried to work this one out of defence. Cleona Nikellick in possession, has corner back there, Quiva O'Neill, and the ball worked out, but it hasn't gone to another Mungret hand. And it's Old Mill in possession again with Cathy Ambrose under pressure from Aoife Morrissey, but that's a foul. And it's going to be taken by Maeve Ambrose. Has options out on her left hand side. And the hand pass goes in from Roisin Mann. And chances played back inside now outside Trant, the Old Mill captain, with the hand pass straight into Roisin Ambrose, and this does spell danger for Mungret St. Paul's. Ambrose looking for a shooting chance. It's a good strike from Roisin Ambrose, hits off the post though, and it's gone for a wide, and that's the second wide in this game for Old Mill. But John, another good attack by Old Mill, and it was no surprise to see Roisin Ambrose in the shooting chair again.
Yeah, the amount of ball and the unforced errors of Mungret now is causing problems. And when they're in possession, they need to hold possession. They need to work it to the player in a better position. And just they give away a few balls there. But if Vetmine is trying to settle it down and work this ball up the field over there at the far side.
Yeah, it's a quick ball in again. It's Norma O'Sullivan who's first to it. But Norma O'Sullivan doesn't have options in front of her. She's going to have to go back, and she's been done for overcarrying by referee Mike Mead. But that is symptomatic of the way Mungret are trying to play. There isn't many options inside in that full forward line as Roisin Mann is about to take possession for Old Mill.
And you see, it seems that the Old Mill backs are really, they're crowding out the Mungret forwards, and they're holding them. And any ball that's going in now is coming out as quick as it's gone in there.
Indeed it is Old Mill looking to go on the attack. It's going to be a free in for them. Over on that far side. Ball's played in long, and it's played in to Mike Kennelly, but it's a good bounce here. Mungret under pressure here, maybe pushing it back, but Mungret come away with it either way. And the ball has worked inside, and it's Niamh Foley in possession. And it's Foley coming away with it, gets the clearance away, and it's gone to a Mungret hand. Under good pressure, it has to be said, by Old Mill, and away it come Mungret once more with Emer Quinn. It's Quinn now. Ball comes back to Megan O'Malley. And O'Malley now under again great pressure, it has to be said, by this Old Mill unit at the moment. Anya Ryan in possession, and Mungret are under pressure each time they get possession of the ball, and it's leading to mistakes, as John Ryan mentioned. It's Roisin Ambrose again reading where play was, and it's Ambrose on the run again for Old Mill.
One thing that the Mungret are going to have to do, they're going to have to bring the ball through the hands, work it into the scoring area. They're not doing that at the moment. Any ball that's going in is being turned over by Old Mill, and they're working the ball back up the field again.
Cathy Ambrose now with possession for Old Mill. She opts to go back to Alva Quaid, and it's Quaid now maybe having half a thought of going along with it, but decides to go short. And it's possession again for Old Mill, and it's Cathy Ambrose once more in possession on this right hand side. It's under pressure by a Mungret defender, but now it's inside to Mike Kennelly. Kennelly puts the ball in. It's a decent ball, but it's well defended by Fiona Brown back there from a Mungret St. Paul's point of view, and the ball is worked out by Anya Ryan to Cleonie Callig. Now there's a bit of space for Mungret and a bit of space for their midfielder Claire O'Mara. So Mara beats Roisin Ambrose. It's going to be a free to Mungret St. Paul. It's going to be looked to be taken quickly.
In fairness to Claire O'Mara, she's working very, very well in the middle of the field, and she's running at him and causing him problems, and they have it in. But you see inside now again, there's no forward in front of goal, and they need to go wide. They need to break it out a far bit, and that ball has been forced out wide again. And like, if you look at the Mungret forwards, they need to keep it wide. They're bunching at the far side, and that's playing right into Old Mill's hands by giving them, the backs can get back and defend it then.
The fourth wide for Mungret St. Paul's in the opening nearly 25 minutes of this first half. It's Old Mill that lead 4 points to 3 here in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Final here in McNeville Park, brought to you live and exclusively on Sporting Limerick, as this ball's going to fall again to Fiona Brown, who's seen a lot of action in this first half. Cleonie Callig with the pass in, but it's brilliantly defended. That's going to be a free out. And again, just to emphasise John Ryan's point, Mungret unable to keep the ball inside the Old Mill in the Old Mill's 45 in the last 15 or so minutes.
Yeah, but you have to compliment Old Mill as well. They're getting back quick, and they're not giving any chance for Mungret to settle on the ball. And they're walking out. But what Mungret need to do is they need to bring it through the hands. They need to run off the shoulder. And the likes of Cleonie Callig there, she's a dangerous player. She's gone inside again, and a chance of a score here now.
It's come to Laura Hanlon. It's a great shot after a great run by Cleonie Callig, but it's brilliantly caught on the line there by Sophie Hennessy. Not an easy ball to deal with, especially under floodlights, and she dealt with that brilliantly.
Sophie's an up-and-coming player. She was sub-goalkeeper on the Limerick panel this year with us, and that was a difficult ball, especially coming out of the light, and she dealt with it very, very well, got it out and got it cleared.
It's Mungret again winning possession over on that far side, and it's Emer Quinn who's won it for Mungret, who trailed by a point, as we've mentioned, 4 points to 3. They were in a 3-point to no score lead, but haven't scored since the 9th minute of this game. They'll need a score shortly before half time, just to bring a bit of confidence into the second half, as Mairead Clancy plays this ball off to Yvette Moynihan. It's a good ball by Moynihan into Laura Hanlon. Hanlon plays it inside, and it's Fiona Brown. Shooting chance for Norma Sullivan. She opts to hand pass it off to Aoife Morrissey, who's already got 1 point in this game, and she's got her second there, and that's much more like it from Mungret. The game is level for a second time, John.
They have a target inside in their full forward, Mungret, and they work that very well. And as we said earlier, if they work it off the shoulder, through the hands quickly, hold position, get it to the shooter inside, they can score. But the few balls that were going in, they were kicking them in long, they were being intercepted and cleared inside, and that was causing major problems for Mungret.
4 points apiece here in the dying embers of this first half as Old Mill look to go forward again. It's a foul on Hannah McMahon there by Fiona Brown. It's going to be a free. It's going to be a free for Old Mill, taken by Roisin Ambrose. She got Roisin Mann on her left and Mann into a bit of space here. Claire O'Mara looking to close her down. O'Mara's done a good job, forced a turnover here. It's O'Mara in possession. Excellent play by the Mungret St. Paul's number 9. She plays this one long, looking for Megan O'Malley, but it's well won by Maeve Ambrose, and it's Old Mill on the attack once more. There's room for Kathy Ambrose here inside, and she'll look to give this one off quickly, and it's Irish Kennelly in possession. It's a good turn from Kennelly on Mairead Clancy. Kennelly on the run once more, not for the first time this half, looking for her third point of this half. Gets the ball away and gets it to Kathleen Buckley. The shot from Kathleen Buckley is blocked, but it's going to be a free to Old Mill, and again more good work from Iris Kennelly.
Yeah, great work from Iris Kennelly, but you have to compliment Yvette Moynihan as at centre back. She stopped her coming through, she stopped her run, and that's what Iris Kennelly does best. When she gets the ball, if she runs at you, you can't back off her because she will get a score, and they have this free but at the same time you have to compliment Yvette Moynihan there. She stood up and made her work hard for it.
Of course, Iris Kennelly has already scored 3 points, going for her fourth here. It's a decent strike. It looks to be dropping. It does drop inside the full forward line. It's Kennelly with the chance. Gets the hand pass away, but she's going to collect it herself. She's got Kennelly on her flank. Kennelly with the shooting chance. It's a good shot from Kennelly, and she still manages to get her 4th point of this evening's game. Well finished, but good calmness from Mike Kennelly there. She didn't get the goal chance herself. Ball came back out and she gave the killer pass.
Yeah, she passed it to herself basically. She brought the ball out and gave the pass to herself, and then got it back out to the shooter and straight over the bar. Very good score, very well worked score.
5 points to 4 in favour of Old Mill as we come to nearly 29 minutes played of this final. It's ladies football intermediate final here in Mick Neville Park, Rathkeil. And it's Old Mill with a slenderest of leads at the moment as Mungret look to level this game for a third time with this attack. It's Claire O'Mara in possession for Mungret St. Paul's. Plays it into Laura Hanlon. Hanlon back to Cleone Nicalis. There's a bit of space if they see Megan O'Malley over on this far side. They decide to go with the hand pass, and it didn't go to hand, and it's cleared away by Old Mill. And it's Hannah McMahon now looking to win possession ahead of Fiona Brown. McMahon gets to it first and turns inside Fiona Brown. Hannah McMahon now in this possession. Plays the ball across to Jerry May O'Kelly. O'Kelly goes long with it. Neil Foley gets a hand tip, but it's won by Donovan. Donovan plays this inside, but it's fallen to Mairead Clancy on this Mungret St. Paul side. And she mops by up and takes the hand pass again from Anya Ryan. And it's Mairead Clancy running clear. It's a good ball downfield by straight into the hands of Norma O'Sullivan, Mairead Clancy, but her hand pass doesn't go to hand. Good work from Kathy Ambrose, it has to be said. And away comes Alva Quaid with it. She has an advantage as Alva Quaid. Excellent defending from the Old Mill centre back.
Alva Quaid, super. How she won that ball, walked it out and powered her way out with it. Fantastic defending by Old Mill. And one thing about they're trying to get it to the shooters. They're playing it wide and they're working very hard, and they're getting nearly every second ball out, clearing it straight away.
Coming up to half time now. The half an hour has been played, and it's Old Mill in possession again with Roisin Mann. She goes long looking for Kathleen Buckley in midfield. It's a good catch by Kathleen Buckley, but the hand pass doesn't match it, and again it's well mopped up by this Mungret defence and Cueva O'Neill on that occasion. And now it's Megan O'Malley in possession for Mungret St. Paul's. We're just awaiting Mike Mead now. We've no board to tell us how many minutes of injury time being played, but it's Mungret St. Paul's on the attack. The hand pass is better on this occasion. Claire O'Mara now. In fact, it's not. It's Emer Quinn in possession. She's been done for over carrying. Bit slow in attack from Mungret. They are trying to work it through the hands, but again, Old Mill have their measure.
Yeah, and you have to compliment Old Mill. They're making them, they're forcing them to make the errors. When they go to play the ball, they're into them straight away, and they're stopping them. They're getting the bodies behind it, working very, very hard. And that is, I think, is it? That is, yeah. It's half time. An enjoyable enough first half, both sides, giving it everything, and Old Mill were slow to settle, but once they got settled in, they really they got some fantastic scores, and you can see it straight away when they win the ball inside, we'll say the 45, they're looking up for the player then to find the inside forward, and when they get it in there, they look dangerous. But the amount of ball that has gone in here to the Mungret forward line, and that has been intercepted or broken away, they should have got more scores off it. But look, it's a very tight game. Both sides are giving it 100%, and it's an enjoyable game of football to watch.
Old Mill leading here at half time in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Championship Final. They lead Mungret 5 points to 4. Join us for the second half shortly. side, it's all in the with the mic and the covers. They're all outside it. Where are they? That wasn't on me. Away. Jesus. We are getting everything to do. Yeah, he's buying her. I'd enjoy that for myself. I'd pay a nice bit of chunky money in this. Yeah, but if the ball goes there, maybe they're shooting. We tried it the last time to make it manageable. Call that from the day. That's not check in the city, but I'm not going to know these things. I'm just saying, no, that's all. Pronunciation. I just know it into like. Yeah, that's why you know it. Ida, Shamar, you have to use teacher in our school. May, you said May. City boys again, no, Nick, no, everyone among the players. You're saying that, John. I'm not saying that. But I think Marie Clancy's getting off. The sister. Sounds like Mark and Ireland. We haven't mentioned her once. I have a couple of times. She's doing his best the second one. Yeah, but this is fast. She's a push on Are you shitting? They're just never happy. They're never happy. We just did it. You should chair so, you know those ones that swing around. Replace him. Michael Lester. Get Michael Lester. We heard it. Ask him the clap last week. You don't need it, John. You don't need it. If I don't have the camera, I would have had a show. You're not in Jersey. Whereas Michael Lester's free these days, and Joe Brolly. Lester and Joe Brolly. Wouldn't it be brilliant? I know, I just know him. Who is it? I know it's only the Mungret. Ask him where one. Ask him where. They're already taking this. Do you know if you're playing? I know, there's no need to bring that. He's hard to go, like, where did they go, like? That's Mungret. Check it out slightly like last 2-3 seconds. They're all Mungret. One of the best games I ever played in my life, relegation. back a year later. They brought back two fellas. For no Tudju and from intermediate. They brought back two players. Ryan Toby, not Brian, brother Mark from Australia. That's the other fella. They did Limerick and I know they do. Jack, you should see the rules. Jesus, that is the play in the corner.
He's still trying out there.
We should have quarter final made it. We should have made it.
I know, you saw what they did there, like, you see what they did for them.
I know, from Melbourne.
They didn't do that against East.
I also catch your ref now,
When they win it, to the last one, 16. Three times now it's mentioned. You could have told me this before the game. I know. You've got the phone handed to me to say this.
Oh, right.
Then we get years ago, the fucking sponsor. And we did. Fucking sponsor. Yeah. That was kind of every score off.
Had a few issues with that. Are they giving us money? That's alright, so we had 20 times in the
They're
next.
sponsors, so they're electing sponsors.
Get all your lift and escalators needs.
No,
Of course, we use these target lifts and escalators.
They played each other in the group. Oh, I know, it was a game, I don't know.
You weren't at it, John. You weren't at it. You saw the days of
Can I watch in the road?
That's what you used to text on the stream of this game, right?
What do you do? Let's say when there's half time again, just watch the pitch.
Kill the sound.
Kill the sound and
That's
just.
what's gone out now. Look. That's what's gone on Facebook now. So the sound
Men used to have a box. I don't know. We say that side, right? And present was key and forward, numbers. Next thing you hear one. Bang down the line. And it was
They probably do more.
and you never even see the other day.
It's small amount of kit, like it's all there in a laptop in the small box. That's it.
What you've done this weekend or let's go to the matches here tomorrow.
I didn't ask the question, so I didn't really.
Oh yeah. Let's get it going. Leave it over there.
Next week I have a semi-final in the North
I was just going to say, where's the table?
Intermediate football next weekend.
Intermediate table.
Is the light okay?
Men's
Very
final.
bright on the camera.
Men's
No,
final
it's
level
French.
Yeah.
It hasn't been fixed, no.
The men's final level fixed because
That's it, Chuck Griffin's and...
Yes.
Gears and Chuck Griffin's.
Where do we play?
It's not a fighter, no? They might do it a double header. My smart thing to do.
Is that not fixed already? No.
That's been fixed, no?
And I
The
heard
senior football has been.
I heard it won't
It's
be
important.
fixed during
Just fix it for the 40 seconds and do the two. John, you're not in your work.
That's what I'm saying.
You know the inner work is not better between you. We both know there won't be there.
Did that just get you?
He turned up. Turned up.
He's front of the plane now.
On Tuesday, he turned up.
That's hardly a reason.
That's very good point,
Whenever you're ready, you can go back. The stream hasn't stopped.
Throwing things at me. the game and I'm not ready to get that. I probably a bit,
Welcome back to Mick Neville Park here for the Limerick Ladies Intermediate Football Final between Mungret St Paul's and Old Mill. It's Old Mill that are leading here by 5 points to 4. John, what do Mungret really need to get back into this, even though there is only a point between them?
There's very little between them, but they need to get their. They need to be more. When they distribute, the distribution of the ball needs to be, especially to the inside forward line, has to be that bit better, because the amount of ball that has gone in the first half and has been intercepted, blocked down, cleared out, and for the amount of possession that Mungret had in that first half, they should be more on the scoreboard.
It's Mungret St Paul's on the attack straight away with Claire O'Mara. O'Mara now trying to fashion a shooting chance. He gets the hand pass away. It's a 50-50 ball. It's well mopped up by Kathleen Buckley on the Old Mill side. Now, okay, there's Old Mill now trying to work this one through the hands out of the fence. Of course, our coverage tonight for this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Football Final is brought to you with Horgan's Lift and Escalators Consultants for all your lift and escalator needs. And it's Eid Trant now in possession for Old Mill, and the ball played back to Maeve Ambrose. And then it's Roisin Ambrose inside now to Kathleen Buckley. Buckley loses possession of it, and it's going to be Mungret to come away with it. It's Emer Quinn, and the options now for Mungret going forward with Cleon Nicalig. Ball played to Aoife Morrissey and Claire O'Mara again. O'Mara has options to her left, and that option is for Mungret. It's Emer Quinn again in possession. Ball played forward to Norma O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan unable to take that one in. And not for the first time in this game, it's Erin Hennessy that mops things up for Old Mill in defence.
Yeah, both sides here have to be guilty of giving away the ball. You know, the unforced errors, the ball not going to the body, and you know this is both sides need to hold possession and go that bit wider, because what they're doing is they're not going wide with the ball, and then what they're doing is they're getting crowded out and the ball is going to ground. Now, in fairness, that time when Old Mill run at Mungret, they are causing major problems. Another
free for Old Mill to be taken by Roisin Ambrose. Just looking at her options, plenty of Mungret players back in the fence to cut those options out, but Ambrose goes long, and it's going to be won by Emma Donovan. It looks to be over there, but no, Yvette Moynihan does brilliantly to win possession and wins the free on top of that. And Moynihan takes this one quickly over to that far side, and it's Cleona Kellig quickly dispossessed those Mairead Clancy by Iris Kennelly. Excellent work by Iris Kennelly on that occasion, and she gets the ball away. That's going to go out over the sideline. Good work from Mairead Clancy to make up for it, though.
Yeah, Iris Kennelly won a great ball there, but give it away straight over the line over there at the far side of the field. But you know, the work rate of Old Mill has to be complimented here. They work very hard when they're not in possession, and that's what's causing the problems for Mungret. And Mungret now need to get the ball up. They need to get into the scoring zone as quickly as possible.
That's Fiona Brown in possession now. Megan O'Malley goes along with this one. It's a good catch inside there by Sarah Madden, and Sarah Madden who's come on at half time here. Madden with the shot, good save by Sophie Hennessy. Excellent save by Sophie Hennessy. Good work from Sarah Madden to create that chance, but an excellent save by the Old Mill keeper.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic save by Sophie Hennessy. Got it inside, and you know, the one thing is she was brave. She got it up, and the ball just, you know, went over the bar. But look, it's definitely Mungret need to do more of that. They need to start running at the defence and take them on.
All square again. It's Mungret looking to take the lead again here. It's Laura Hanlon in possession. In fact, it's Norma O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan now looking for a shooting chance. Well blocked by the Old Mill defender on that occasion. And Alva Quaid is there to take possession for Old Mill. And Old Mill now trying to work this one out of defence with a hand pass to do well. It's Kathy Ambrose over on that far side. She has option inside. It's Alva Quaid who kept on moving after giving that initial pass, but Quaid having to slow it down. Has to be said that Mungret did well to funnel back. Pressure was on, and Alva Quaid done up for over carrying, and it's going to be a Mungret St Paul's free.
Yeah, you know, the one thing about it, you could see the players coming off the shoulder there, and just Alva just hopped the ball on the ground and got caught by Mike Mee, the referee, and you know, it gives a chance now for Mungret to come back at him again. But you know, she walked very well off the shoulder, and now they're sending in a long ball trying to target the inside forward line, and it's starting to work for Mungret.
Indeed it is, and again it's Sarah Madden, or Susan Madden of course, who didn't start this game, wearing number 13. She came on at half time. We'll update you with that when we have it, that substitution of who came off for Mungret St Paul's. Either way, it's a free for Mungret St Paul's, and it's going to be Norma O'Sullivan to take. All square here in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Final in Mick Neville Park. Old Mill were leading by a point at half time, 5 points to 4, but it's 5-all now, and Norma Sullivan looking to put Mungret St. Paul's into a 6 points to 5 lead. They're fifth wide, a shot that skewed off her right foot.
Yeah, difficult enough shot. It was difficult, but you know, maybe she got more out of it. But look, when Mungret run at them, as we said, they're causing them problems. And you know, you can see the movement here. The kick out is very, very important. Goalkeepers mean a lot now in ladies football, in all football games, in all Gaelic football games, because the restart is very important. And you can see Old Mill breaking away with it again and walking it down the field.
It's Old Mill in possession. It's Emma Donovan with possession. Anya Ryan unable to catch her at this stage, and it's a fantastic run by Emma Donovan. Just loses possession momentarily. Chance for Mungret to win that ball back. Donovan has it's going to be a throw ball into the air by referee Mike Mead, but another piercing run by one of the Old Mill players.
Yeah, and a good decision by Mike Mead there, you know, to try in this ball, because both players were struggling on the ground for it. So, you know, but as we said, when Old Mill start running at him, they're causing them problems from both sides. You know, it's a problem for both sets of backs. But breaking ball is very important, and Old Mill seem to be winning all the breaks at the moment.
Just on this occasion, it's going to be won by Old Mill again, and it's Iris Kennelly pulled back by Mairead Clancy on that occasion. Could be a card here for Clancy. Mike Mead opting at this stage. It could be a sin bin.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a ticking, I would think. She tested the quality there of the jersey as she was going away, and you know that's going to happen. But as we say, if Iris Kennelly gets enough of a ball, she is very dangerous and she can score.
Kennelly takes this free and it's low into Ida Trent. Trent now gets the ball away to Iris Kennelly again, and Kennelly now with another fantastic run right through the heart of the Mungret defence, and an absolutely sublime finish by Iris Kennelly puts Old Mill back into a 1 point lead.
You'd think this player was playing for the last 10 years the way she walked that one. She took the shot free, went for it again, got the ball, got inside and put it straight over the bar. Fantastic score.
That's Old Mill into another lead, 6 points to 5 after 6.5 minutes of this second half, and it's her 5th point of this game. Iris Kennelly having an absolutely storming game so far here in McNeville Park as Mungret tried to work this one away. And it's Jenny O'Malley with the hand pass out to Fiona Brown. O'Malley goes again for the hand pass, plays it long. It's looking for Susan Madden. The corner forward on this Mungret St. Paul's team for the second half. Hand pass by Madden isn't the best. It's well caught though by Emer Quinn. Hand pass into Norma O'Sullivan. Norma O'Sullivan kind of rushed that one off her left foot, but it's another wide for Mungret. Their 6th of this evening's contest, and John, they can't afford to miss chances like that.
Yeah, great run by Jenny O'Malley. Walked the ball out, went straight up the field with it, gave the pass, and you know, when you get a chance to get in front of goal, you have to take it, and that's a very, very bad wide by Mungret.
Yeah, and it's Old Mill, of course, still leading here by this solitary score, 6 points to 5. But Mungret looking to win possession again with Yvette Moynihan. She's got Anya Ryan inside, and it's given to Ryan. Ryan now with a bit of space is held back by Emma Donovan. And Anya Ryan now looking to take this one and put it in long. Instead, she goes out to the corner, and it has to be said, Norma O'Sullivan's shooting hasn't been the best at times this evening, but she's always still looking for the ball. That one on this occasion, though, goes over the sideline, and it's a wasted ball by Mungret.
Yeah, you know, it's about keep ball at the moment. They need to get the ball and work it in for scores, and when you get a free like that, you need to work it well and work it into the inside forwards, and Mungret are not doing that. They're giving away a ball, and it gives a chance to Old Mill to build from the back, and they do that. That's the best part of their game, building, working the ball down the field, and that's what they do best.
I'm just confirming that substitute for Mungret at half time. It was Sarah Madden, number 13, on for Laura Hanlon, number 14. So Laura Hanlon was having a good first half. You have to think that's an injury, certainly for Mungret.
Yeah, very strange decision there. But look, if she probably had an injury, I would think. But you know, to me, I thought there was a lot of ball going into her, and you know, she was offloading to the runners coming off the shoulder. But look, the management know more than what we do up here.
Absolutely, they do. Long ball in now. It's well defended again initially by Old Mill, but it's Emer Quinn that comes away in possession. A chance maybe here for Aoife Morrissey and Mungret. Morrissey with this shot, and again it's gone to the right and wide. And Mungret may regret missing these chances, John Ryan. That's 7 wides now.
Yeah, Mungret are forcing the shot. We should be probably getting in, but she had players coming off her shoulder on both sides. And you know, if she just win that extra few yards, give it off, there could have been a score for Mungret.
It's another kick out, and it's going to be won by Mungret again. In fact, it's not. It's falling kindly there for Hannah McMahon over on that far side. Plays the ball back to Kathy Ambrose, and Old Mill now trying to get into their hand passing stride once more. It's Roisin Ambrose very dangerous from anywhere in the pitch. She can keep running with this ball all day. Another excellent run by Roisin Ambrose, now looking for options, but she's still going as Ambrose takes on another player in Yvette Moynihan, and the professionalism there from Yvette Moynihan snuffed out the danger and said, look, you're not getting past me, and that's the end of it, and it's going to be a free into Old Mill.
It's a back's job to stop the player coming through, and by God, did Yvette Moynihan stop her coming through on that occasion. You know, but you know, it's a job. You know, Yvette, you know, you have to hand it to her. She stood strong, and that's what it's all about. But Old Mill have that free now, and they have it within the scoring range. It's right in front of goal, and it's well within. I don't think Roisin is too bad. She's getting the magic bottle, so she should be okay.
Yeah, it's Roisin Ambrose that's down on this Old Mill side after another 60-70 metre lung busting run.
Yeah, it was a fantastic run there, and you know, she walked the ball well. She must have won it back in her own half back line, walked it up, and you know, in fairness, they should have probably pressed her. She had to wait till she got the experience of Yvette Moynihan before she stopped her. But it was a fantastic run. But when you're meeting someone like Yvette, you know, you can expect, you know, what to expect from there.
It's going to be Iris Kennelly looking for her 6th point. It would be her first free. She's one wide with a free towards the end of the first half. It's not a good strike from Iris Kennelly on this occasion. The radar deserting her on this one, John, and just maybe a bit outside her range.
Yeah, a small bit outside, but you know, I think she kind of forced the shot a small bit as well. But look, it's really game on here, and you know, it's his value for money. Both sides are going at it at full tilt, and you know, every player on the pitch is working so hard. You know, and it's the breaking ball, as I said, and it seems to be won. All the breaking balls seems to be won by Old Mill. They're on the attack again. Chance of a score here, but that's gone to the right hand side and gone wide, and that's gone to. There's 2 chances, definite 2 scores there for Old Mill, and I think by the time this game comes to the end, they will be ruined those chances.
Both sides wayward in the opening stages here. The opening 11 minutes of the second half with a good number of wide so far. Kick out again by Carol Bateman, brilliantly caught by Anya Ryan, and Anya Ryan now looking to get away from Kathleen Buckley. Plays the ball off to Mairead Clancy, and now she's been chased by Kennelly. It's a good ball in by Clancy, but it's well won there by Roisin Mann. Looked to maybe have gotten away with throwing that, but referee waves played on as Maeve Ambrose kicks this one. Ida Trant looking to win this from a Old Mill point of view, but it's Caoimhe O'Neill that gets it from Mungret under pressure from 2 players, but Mungret come away with it in the form of Yvette Moynihan, and it's Mairead Clancy with the hand pass to Megan O'Malley, and away comes Yvette Moynihan again. Much better hands from Mungret there in this attack so far, and it's hand passed again to Aoife Marcy. Brilliant challenge from Alva Quaid, not according to referee Mike Mead on this occasion. And
in ladies football, you can't challenge like that, and she just collided with the player. It's a free in, and good refereeing there by Mike Mead.
Cleonia Kelly losing the possession for Mungret on that occasion. It's away come Old Mill again. It's away comes Roisin Ambrose yet again for this Old Mill side. Looks to play this one in towards Jerry May O'Kelly, and it's O'Kelly eventually ensuring that they come away with this. Emma Donovan trying a bit of soccer skills, gets the pass away, and it's a shooting chance here again for May Kennelly back inside, but that's going to be a free in. Maybe, just maybe a shooting chance if it's Iris Kennelly, maybe a bit outside her range, and maybe Roisin Ambrose has a crack at this one.
You know, you have to admire Roisin Ambrose. She's back defending. She's carrying the ball up the field. She's working very, very hard. And you know, she's a linked player of what happens with Old Mill. When she's winning back in the defence, she's working up the field. And this is definitely, I think Old Mill will definitely have to get a score on this time, because it's a vital score at a vital time for them.
It's going to be Ida Trent, their captain, to take this one. She won free in the first half. That wasn't on target. But now looking to put Old Mill into a 2-point lead, and it'll be the first time they've had a 2-point lead in this game. And it's Trent to take. Fine strike from the Old Mill captain, puts them into a 7-5 lead. And as John Ryan mentioned, a vital score it could prove to be.
Yeah, with 13 minutes gone, you know, you for the amount of possession that Old Mill have, they need to be getting scores on the board, and they walked that well up the field and got the score. So, you know, but the one thing about it, their work rate is very, very good, but you still need to get scores on the board.
Mungret coming away with it now, and Niamh Foley passing this one out to Emer Quinn on this near side, and Emer Quinn looking to build an attack from Mungret St. Paul's, met by Kathleen Buckley, but a good side step from Emer Quinn, plays a low one into the full forward line. It's Norma O'Sullivan looking to win that from Mungret, eventually comes back to O'Sullivan again. There's a hand pass into Aoife Marcy, danger here for Old Mill, chance for Aoife Marcy, she's going for goal, gets the shot away, but it's to the right and wide, and that's a fantastic chance gone begging for Mungret.
Yeah, if she had a player inside her, if she'd walked the ball inside along the ground, even it was a chance of a goal. The All Mill backline were twos and threes. They couldn't deal with the pressure that was coming in there. So that was definitely a chance for Mungret. And Mungret have missed a few chances now, so they need to win this, and they have won the kick out. I think there's cleaning the Callig, getting it and walking it into the inside full forward line. But it's intercepted again by All Mill. Both backs are really on top here. They're working very, very hard, and they're winning a lot. They're turning over an awful lot of ball.
It's Old Mill on the attack once again, but Mungret, in fairness, as John mentioned, both defences on top in this game thus far. And it's Megan O'Mara in possession for Mungret St. Paul's, who've kicked 8 wides now after that missed goal chance by Aoife Marcy. Good run from Megan O'Mara. Plays this one in. And it's Norma O'Sullivan again. Has Emer Quinn in her flank, and it's given to Quinn. Back to O'Sullivan. She's looking at options. She has one inside. The shot comes in from Megan O'Malley, but again it's to the left and off target for wide. And that's Mungret's 9th wide.
9 wides, and they're well within their range, well within scoring. And with 9 wides, definitely it's a major talking point. I'm sure with the supporters here this evening. 9 wides in a match is a lot, especially in ladies football.
And it's Old Mill leading by that 2-point margin. That could come back to haunt Mungret. And of course, in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Championship final, of course, our coverage here in Sporting Limerick brought to you by Horgan's Lift and Escalator Consultants. For all your lift and escalators need, look at for Horgan's. And it's Jenny O'Malley now in possession for Mungret here. Good run, beats Iris Kennelly, and then has another beats another player in Maeve Ambrose, and it's Mungret in possession now with Megan O'Malley. It's a good ball in from Megan O'Malley, very accurate into Norma O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan pulled back, referee Mike Mead playing advantage. Chance maybe for Megan O'Malley now to get this one on target. Has a better shot, but again it's trailed to the right and wide. Double figures now for Mungret and Paul's, John, and they just can't afford to be missing any more.
No, and the longer they start missing those chances, especially those stretching from front of goal, they're going to the heads will start to drop, and All Mill could take over. But look, they need to stop panicking and get the ball in front of goal, and then slow it down, and then get their score.
Kick out from Sophie Hennessy, and it's going to be won by Maeve Ambrose. Does well to win possession, but it's ripped out of her hand. That's going to be a free. Fouled by Megan O'Malley, and that's going to be Megan O'Malley with the foul. Taken quickly, ball bouncing, well won there by Cueva O'Neill, number 2 in the Mungret St. Paul's team. She's been fouled by Roisin Ambrose. It's going to be a free to Mungret St. Paul's. It's going to be taken by Mairead Clancy.
If you look at Mungret St. Paul's now, they have a lot of possession, but they need to turn that possession into score. It's for the amount of ball. If you're probably doing stats in this game, the amount of ball that they've won, and it's like a table game of tennis at the moment. Both half back lines are in control. There's Yvette Moynihan working the ball out again, and I think it's going to be free into Mungret, but both half back lines are on top.
It's Aoife Marcy that was fouled by her marker Alva Quaid on that occasion. And it's going to be Marcy to take this free. She goes short to Susan Madden. In fact, that's Norma O'Sullivan in possession. O'Sullivan, good run from O'Sullivan, beats Iris Kennelly. It's not Iris Kennelly, apologies, it's Erin Hennessy. It's Mungret still in possession. It's Megan O'Malley, back to Aoife Marcy. Good turn by Marcy there, looking to fashion a shooting chance, gives the ball off. It's on your right position. Good move from Mungret, has to be said. Aoife Marcy again with the shot. It's well stopped there on the line, had taken a deflection. More excellent work by Sophie Hennessy as Old Mill with plenty of space here, and Roisin Ambrose in possession. She's got Emma Donovan in possession now as Emma Donovan. Good work by Jenny O'Malley there to dispossess, but Emma Donovan's got a stroke, you look, and gets the hand pass away, and it's the hand pass to Iris Kennelly, loses possession. Good work from Mairead Clancy, but Kennelly gets it back, and it's Emma Donovan yet again going straight at goal as Emma Donovan with the shot. Emma Donovan shot, good save on the line though, could come out for the rebound. It's going to be a free out. Excellent work by Carol Bateman on that occasion. The Mungret St. Paul's goalie looked to be dipping in underneath the crossbar. She did well to get back in her line, get a hand in it, and stop that goal going in, John. If that goal had gone in, could have been curtains.
Yeah, a dipping ball that was coming in, and it could have. I did it come off the crossbar or the tops of her fingers, but she had to, and when she stopped it, she had to deal with it as well to get it out. And good defending, good defending, and you have to compliment. I think it was Yvette Moynihan that got back on the line there to work it out as well.
Yvette Moynihan just getting a bit of treatment after clearing that ball. We've 18.5 minutes played, 12.5 or 11.5 to go here in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Championship, Intermediate Championship Finals. Mairead Clancy in possession there for Mungret St. Paul's over on that far side Fouled by Ayers Kennelly, but referee Mike Mead playing advantage, and it's Mungret St. Paul's in possession. No advantage accruing. And it's going to be a Mungret St. Paul's free. And there's a Mungret St. Paul's player that's gone down injured there. Looks to be Cleon and Kellig, suffering from a bit from that last challenge. And just a break in play, John. 2 points in it. You know, Mungret have had their wides. They're up to 10 wides now. Old Mill have had a few wides as well in the second half, but in generally have been more economic.
They have, and you know, when they get it in, they get in front of goal, they can score. But like Mungret seem to be forcing the issue the whole time when they get in front of goal, and that's going to be a problem. And you know, what they need to settle down when they're when they're moving the ball in. And you know, I'm sure that'll be coming in from the sideline to them as well. That when they get in front of goal, take their time and get the ball and get their score.
Crossfield ball there, won by Anya Ryan on the Mungret side. Plays the ball to Yvette Moynihan, and Yvette now on the run here for Mungret St. Paul's. Of course, their captain, they need something from her. Captain's meeting there with Edith Trant, unable to dispossess Yvette Moynihan. Ball played into Norma O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan has showed very well for the ball in the second half, but yet to really hit her mark from a scoring point of view. The Mungret St. Paul's number 15. That's more like it though from Norma O'Sullivan. Absolutely astounding score. She jinked right, she jinked left. Eventually had to go with what appears to be her weaker left foot, but there was no weakness there.
No, she got it in and that's a very, very good score from Mungret. Very badly needed because of the amount of possession they have, and they're failing to score. So now really it's who wins the next kick out and can get the next score.
It's Norma O'Sullivan's second point from play, and we played just over 20 and a half minutes. Kick out is won by Anya Ryan on the Mungret side. It's Old Mill currently leading 7 points to 6 here in Mick Neville Park. That hand pass goes to a Mungret hand. It's Emer Quinn on the run. A good run straight through the heart of the Old Mill defence. Another shooting chance maybe for Aoife Morrissey. Decides to hand pass it. It's O'Sullivan again. Gets the hand pass away. There's going to be a shot surely at some stage. Emer Quinn inside. Shooting chance still not coming here for Mungret St. Paul. Still with Norma O'Sullivan now. Good work from the Old Mill defenders, that has to be said. Shooting chance eventually comes, and it's going to drop to the right and wide. It was Cleonini Callig with the shot. And it's going to be a 45. Indeed it is. There was a hand on the Old Mill defence. But again, Mungret tried to work it in a shooting opportunity. Old Mill defended it brilliantly.
They did, defended brilliantly and got numbers back and held it. But, you know, Mungret now are starting to win a lot more possession and trying to work it in. But Cleanly Callig, when she got that ball there, she kicked it, and that ball could have ended up inside the back of the net. It was a dangerous dipping ball.
It's going to be a 45, and it's going to be Cleonini Callig that's going to take this for Mungret St. Paul. 7 points to 6, a 1 point lead for Old Mill. 21 and a half minutes on the clock. It's taken short. Bounces into the hand of O'Mara, the midfielder. That's another foul on Claire O'Mara, and maybe a shooting chance a bit closer to goal for Cleonini Callig. In fact, she's leaving it for Norma O'Sullivan. So O'Sullivan going to, she's got one free so far, John, one from play. She's been a danger player for Mungret St. Paul's in the second half. Maybe her radar hasn't been at where she would like it to be, but another scoring chance.
The one thing is here, she's dangerous. She's getting on the ball and she's causing problems, and she has this free now, which she's dropping it in. Yeah, and now it's game on. It's what's left in it. I think there's 22 minutes gone. So you know you have 8 plus stoppage, and you know both teams now have to settle down, and it's all about getting scores.
Third point for Norma O'Sullivan there on the Mungret St. Paul's side. 7 points apiece. We've got, as John Ryan mentioned, 7.5 minutes left of this Limerick Ladies Football Intermediate Football Final, brought to you live and exclusively on Sporting Limerick's Facebook page with Horgan's Lift Escalators and Consultants. Our thanks to them for their sponsorship of tonight's coverage as Roisin Ambrose goes in attack, and so far in this game that spelt a lot of danger for Mungret St. Paul's. Ambrose still going. Emer Quinn does well to just scupper her for that vital moment that sees her pass the ball to Kathy Ambrose. That's Hannah McMahon, in fact. McMahon out to that far side. Old Mill with a free advantage accruing and a chance for their captain Edith Trant probably to put them ahead again.
Yeah, they walked it very well there because they played for the free. They got the ball across. She won it, and she tried to walk it in. Is this outside the scoring range? We'll have to wait and see, but I think it's definitely within their range. I think the corner forward is going to take it. Is and I think she's, she can put this over. And for value for money, it's both sides. The ball is up and down the field, and both backs are on top. And that free had to be given away there, because the ball was going straight in for a score. And that ball has gone in and gone over the bar.
Excellent score from Edith Trant, her second free of this evening, and playing a captain's part. It's Old Mill into 9 points to 8 lead here, 23 and a half minutes gone. 8-7, sorry, I should say, correction. 8 points to 7 lead for Old Mill now. And that ball's gone out over the sideline. It's poor from Mungret on this occasion. And another chance for Old Mill to attack.
Yeah, goalkeepers, it's about getting the ball, especially from the kick out. You need to get the ball to your players, and that with good work by Mungret. They're after getting it back. They're after retrieving it. You see McQuinn who's coming out with it and good delivery, but the ball is going to be intercepted by Quaid there and getting it, and Old Mill have won it back. But the one thing about both sides here, their work rate is absolutely huge, whether it's Mungret or Old Mill. But when they get it, they need to get it into the scoring zone and take the score. But this is our danger player for Old Mill, Roisin Ambrose, who's the amount of possessions she's had over the hour is unbelievable. And when she runs, she's pace and she has, she walks the ball in well, and her work rate is very, very good.
And John, she goes directly towards down the middle as well. It's Old Mill on the attack yet again. A point in this game. It's Old Mill leading 8 points to 7. Of course, there will be extra time if necessary. We've seen it with the senior and junior finals a couple of weeks ago. 2 very tight games didn't go to extra time, but it was a bit of a surprise maybe in the senior game that one didn't. It's Alva Quaid in possession there for Old Mill. It's into Kathy Ambrose, and the calls from the Old Mill management to move it out to this near side, and it's Roisin Mann in possession now for Old Mill. Maybe a double up. That's brilliantly intercepted by Mairead Clancy on the Mungret St. Paul's team. She's under pressure from Iris Kennelly. She keeps going. That's a pushing it back. Great defending from Mungret there.
Both sides. The defending from both sides has been excellent, especially the half back line on both sides tonight have been absolutely superb. And you can see the scoreboard even tells that there's no easy scores got. You have to walk the ball in to get your score, and both sides are working very, very hard.
Susan Madden now in possession for Mungret St. Paul's. Madden on the run, gets the hand pass away to Aoife Morrissey. Comes back into Madden, shooting chance here, maybe a leveller for Mungret St. Paul's. Madden keeps going. The shot though hits the post and off to the right and wide. And yet again, and that's the 11th wide for Mungret St. Paul's, John, and they could, we've mentioned it I don't know how many times in the second half, they could prove vital.
Yeah, she got inside and won her ball well, and walked it well, got inside, but the upright at that stage was in her way, and the ball gone wide. So it's 11 wides now for Mungret, and if they lose this, they'll be really kicking themselves.
Kick out now for Sophie Hennessy here. It's a long one from the Old Mill keeper. There's a couple of players going for it. It's won by, in the end, Maeve Ambrose, and she's fouled on that occasion. A vital win there by the Old Mill number 2.
Yeah, Maeve is playing very well. She's winning a lot of ball, and they seem to be targeting her with the kick-outs as well. But the amount of ball that has gone astray, and you can see the half-back here from Mungret again, winning the ball back. They're really on top on their half-back line, cleaning the Callig, coming back from the half-forward line defending. So really Mungret now are pressing, but they need, as I say, get the scores on the board.
Megan O'Malley now with the ball for Mungret St. Paul's. Opts to go long. Looks to be straight down the throat of Maeve Ambrose. Ambrose mops that up with absolute ease. And it's Edith Trant now coming way out from her corner forward position. Winning possession for them, and it's May Kennelly now. Ball played long. Inside to Iris Kennelly. Met by Mairead Clancy, but Kennelly on the run is dangerous. But that's some excellent defending by the Mungret St. Paul's number 7. Superb work.
Yeah, absolutely. The work rate of her in the last few minutes has been absolutely. She had no right to get that ball. She got back, walked back inside Iris Kennelly, won it, and got it back out the field. And now you have an attack again with Mungret.
Norma Sullivan with possession for Mungret St. Paul's. A bit away from the shooting zone at the moment. She's looking to work the ball in, looking for options. Good defending by Old Mill, and it's Old Mill to come away with it. And Kathy Ambrose had a bit of space, lost possession initially, but regains it. And is well tackled by a Mungret player there. Excellent work. As John Ryan has mentioned, both teams really giving it their everything now. And just as Mungret look to be setting up another attack, they're blown up for overcarrying.
Yeah, and the pressure is coming on from both sets of backs. Old Mill there walked back and forced Mungret to make the error, but Mungret have it back now and they're trying to walk it in again. But if you were probably doing stats on the Mungret possessions at the moment, they'd be way ahead of Old Mill.
Indeed they would, and it's Megan O'Malley in possession now for Mungret over that far side, inside to Cleone Nicalig. Nicalig has Jenny O'Malley and Fiona Brown on the run. Jenny O'Malley coming up from full back looking for this equalising score. Still Jenny O'Malley in possession, left footed pass just gone away from Susan Madden. She turns quickly, there may be a shooting chance for Susan Madden. Madden has it. Try and find Norma Sullivan, but Kathleen Buckley from an Old Mill point of view has done superbly to win that, and away they come again down this far side, and that's a needless foul from a Mungret point of view. Perfect remedy for Old Mill.
Well, if there's anything about coaching how to defend, Old Mill have really, they're absolutely, the way that they've won the ball, the way they have defended back, absolutely immense.
Hannah McMahon passes that to Edith Trant, but it's well blocked there by Yvette Moyne. The shot eventually comes, cracks off the post. She stopped looking at it, Hannah McMahon, thinking it was going wide, and Mungret looked to get this out of defence. A lucky break for Emer Quinn. She'd be looking to take advantage after Emma Donovan wasn't able to hold on to the possession. As Jenny O'Malley again for Mungret plays this one, doesn't go to hand initially, but Claire O'Mara doesn't win possession. And it's a push on Roisin Ambrose, a needless one. Well, push on Roisin Ambrose, I should say, a needless one by Claire O'Mara.
Emer Quinn, her walk rate and her link play, excellent. She won that ball, and you could see her moving up the field to get the return if the ball was won, but unfortunately it's turned over there. 29 minutes and 32 seconds gone. This is really going down to the wire.
Indeed it is. Old Mill will be happy to be playing the game down at this end. There's no question of that, as they lead 8-7 here in this Limerick Ladies Gaelic Football Intermediate Final. A shot on goal there. It's going to be dropping into the arms of Carol Bateman. She does it yet again. Both keepers, it has to be said, this evening have had excellent hands and brilliant performances. It's a foul by Iris Kennelly there in the Mungret defender. Cleone Nicalic back, and Mungret needs something. They need it fast, John.
They need to get this ball up the field. They need to get a score. Old Mill need to defend it, so they need to get it through the hands. Don't panic here. Try and get it up and try and get that score on the board.
It's Megan O'Malley with possession initially here. It's into Mairead Clancy. Iris Kennelly and Mairead Clancy have had a thunderous battle throughout this game. It's Clancy's ball in. It's going to be won by Old Mill. And it's brilliantly won back there by Cathy Ambrose. Brilliant block again, though, it has to be said, by Aoife Morrissey. And Clancy has it again from Mungret St. Paul's. Clancy looking at her options here going forward. We're in the last minute of this game. We're into added time, 35 seconds of added time here. And maybe one last chance for Mungret to bring this to extra time. It's Claire O'Mara. O'Mara looking to leave this one off. It gets to O'Sullivan. Shooting chance here for Mungret. And the equaliser chance comes for number 22, Ciara Conway. But it's another wide for Mungret St. Paul's. An excellent chance. And John, that's 12.
Yeah, if you're looking at anyone, Maria Clancy on the half back line, her work rate, she won the ball at this side, gave it across, and was at the other side of the field to pick it up. So, her work rate is absolutely immense. And the referee is just... Is it a kick out? I think it is, or is it? Yes, it is. Yeah. So it's vital who wins this one. Mungret needs to win this one. Time is against them. Referee, you can hear the referee's whistle.
No, we still have time left. 1 minute and 20 of added time played. Old Mill, Mungret need to come up with this one, but it's Old Mill that have been given the free, and there'll be absolutely no rush to take this one. It's them that lead by 8-7, and there's only 1 minute remaining according to referee Mike Mead. That's the signal he's given anyway. We've just over a minute and a half taken. Yvette Moynihan wins this one for Mungret St. Paul's, and it's Jenny O'Malley now looking to come up from full back and get something here from Mungret St. Paul's. It's a point they need to bring this to extra time. The pass from Jenny O'Malley isn't going to go to hand. She was looking for Susan Madden, didn't go to hand. Excellent work again from Old Mill.
It's about keep ball here now, and if Old Mill need to keep it, and Clean Cladic has won it back. Great interception, a great win back, and that's going to be a free in to Mungret. Mungret need to get the ball in. The referee is going to tell them to bring it back and take that free again. But they need to get the ball in. They need don't panic. Get into the scoring area. Need to get their players in front of goal for this, because when the ball goes dead here, I think the referee will be blowing the final whistle.
It's a Mungret free over here on this near side. It's played backwards. Megan O'Malley to Jenny O'Malley. It's played inside to Cueva O'Neill. Cueva O'Neill now on this Mungret side, as they're going to have to build. There isn't much time here for Mungret, but they still have to be patient. It's a foul on Megan O'Malley by Edith Trant, and O'Malley gives this one a bit quicker. It's going to fall to an Old Mill hand, and that should be it, and indeed it is. Old Mill are Limerick Intermediate Football Champions for 2019 on an 8-7 scoreline. It's fantastic scenes for Old Mill, John. They won the junior championship last year. They've done the impossible dream from the start of the year, but they're up senior next year for 2020. And it has to be said, Mungret missed their chances, Old Mill missed chances as well. but maybe the better team on the night came through.
Look, you'd hate to see any team losing this. You know the way that both players and both management set up. But when you have to take your scores, and Murray got balls in front of goal, they didn't take their scores. They'll be very, very disappointed. I know the management team will be very, very disappointed. But look, it's all Mill, and like you go back through the game itself, the way that all Mill played it. Their defence was absolutely immense. That was definitely, if they were showing anything, how you defend and how you deal with ball coming in. But that was definitely Roisin Ambrose. The amount of ball she carried out of the fence, linked in with her forwards, and they got their scores, and all scores hard earned, and both sides. But Mungret as well, with the amount of wides they have, you can't justify it. And I'm sure all Mill will be so delighted with that. Just that I better mention this because Gemma Barrett is on holidays in Thailand. One of the players, she's away, and the Ambrose on to me there to mention her. But look, they'll be celebrating tonight. But overall, I suppose, the one thing here, All Mill took their chances. The Mungret St. Paul's very, very wasteful in front of goal. But there is a few players there you'd have to mention, especially from All Mill. Sophie Hennessy in goal, absolutely excellent. I thought her, her kick outs at times, Mungret pressed it and met her, forced her to go wide with it because but she was in front of goal. She made a vital save at one stage and got her hands to it. Alva Quaid at centre back, absolutely excellent. But Roisin Ambrose, her link play, her work rate, absolutely immense. And well done to All Mill, well done to both sides. I thought it was a very good game of football, very enjoyable game of football. And congratulations to All Mill. Disappointment from Mungret, but I'm sure Mungret are building and they will be back.
John, just a quick one on Old Mill for next season for 2020 at the senior ranks. They definitely have enough to compete at senior level.
Yeah, the one thing about Old Mill is they're very fast, they're lively, they keep it wide. They were very, very well coached by Paddy McCarthy and his backroom team, and they did so well there, and they're running off the ball, they're running off the shoulder was absolutely superb. And they needn't be fear going into senior, because they have the players to do it. They have leaders in all lines of the field, starting with Sophie in goals right up the field. And when you have players like that, it's very hard to counteract it, especially when they ran at Mungret tonight. They caused them major problems. But look, Mungret half back line as well. Maria Clancy had an excellent game in the half back line. Yvette Moynihan turned back the clock, fantastic player, great servant to Mungret and to Limerick down through the years. But look, it's All Mill's night, and the best congratulations to him. But the best of luck to Mungret as well in the future. I'm sure they'll be back, and they'll be back in the next few years. They have young players coming through, and they're building again, and they have a great management team there, and there's a lot of work being done with underage football within the club, and well done to them.
Many thanks to John Ryan, my co-commentator this evening. That's all from us on Sporting Limerick. Here, join us for more action soon.
Everything okay?